Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, dear brothers and sisters, and welcome back to the Islamic SHAHADA channel. In recent years, a remarkable trend has emerged. Prominent scientists from various fields are embracing Islam, citing profound connections between their research and the teachings of the Quran. This documentary delves into the journeys of these intellectuals who found undeniable truths in Islam and the Quran. In March 2024, the scientific community was taken aback by the announcement of Dr. Henry Classen, a renowned stem cell scientist embracing Islam. Known for his groundbreaking work in regenerative ophthalmology, Dr. Klassen's conversion to Islam during the holy month of Ramadan marked a significant personal and professional transformation. Dr. Klassen's academic journey began with a Bachelor of Arts in Neurobiology from the University of California, Berkeley. He furthered his education by earning both his medical degree, MD, and PhD in Neurobiology from the University of Pittsburgh. His medical training included an internship at Cambridge Hospital, affiliated with Harvard Medical School, followed by a residency in ophthalmology at Yale Eye Center. Additionally, he completed a combined clinical and research fellowship in London, focusing on retinal diseases. Currently, Dr. Classen serves as a professor at the University of California, Irvine, UCI, and is the director of the Stem Cell and Regeneration Program. He is also the co-founder and president of J-Site, a biotech company specializing in stem cell therapies for retinal disorders. His pioneering work led to the development of J-Cell, a stem cell-based treatment for retinitis pigmentosa, which has received orphan drug status from both the U.S. Food and Drug Administration (FDA) and the European Medicines Agency (EMA). Dr. Klassen's decision to convert to Islam was influenced by multiple factors. A significant catalyst was his admiration for the resilience and steadfastness of the people of Gaza. This admiration prompted him to explore Islamic teachings more deeply. On March 15, 2024, during the first day of Ramadan, he publicly embraced Islam, reciting the SHAHADA, the Islamic Declaration of Faith, in a ceremony witnessed by a respected scholar. Following his conversion, he adopted the name Abdul Haq, meaning servant of the truth. Despite being new to Islam, Dr. Klassen immediately immersed himself in the practices of the faith. On his first day as a Muslim, he observed the fast of Ramadan and participated in the Taraweeh prayers, which are special prayers performed during Ramadan nights. These experiences were profound for him, marking the beginning of his spiritual journey. Dr. Klassen's conversion to Islam garnered widespread attention and support from the Muslim community. A video of him reciting the Shahada went viral on social media platforms, with many expressing admiration for his decision. His story resonated with individuals who saw in him a role model of intellectual openness and spiritual awakening. Dr. Klassen's conversion has sparked discussions about the relationship between science and religion. As a scientist, he has always sought to understand the complexities of the human body, particularly the eye. Embracing Islam has provided him with a broader perspective, allowing him to reconcile his scientific endeavors with his spiritual beliefs. He views his work in stem cell research not only as a scientific pursuit, but also as a means to contribute to the well-being of humanity, aligning with the Islamic principle of serving others. In 1987, French astrophysicist Bruno Guiderdoni embarked on a transformative journey that led him to embrace Islam. His conversion was not merely a personal spiritual awakening, but also a profound intellectual exploration that intertwined his scientific pursuits with Islamic theology and mysticism. Today, known as Dr. Bruno Abdul Haq Guiderdoni, he stands as a prominent figure in both the scientific community and interfaith dialogues, advocating for the harmonious relationship between science and religion. Born on September 30, 1958, in France, Dr. Guiderdoni was raised in a Christian family. He pursued his passion for the cosmos by obtaining a PhD in astronomy from the University of Paris in 1986. Following his doctoral studies, he held a postdoctoral fellowship at the French Academy of Sciences before joining the Paris Institute of Astrophysics in 1988, funded by the French National Center for Scientific Research, CNRS. In 1992, he was appointed research director at the Paris Institute of Astrophysics. His research primarily focuses on the origin and development of galaxies, and he has contributed to significant projects such as the European Space Agency's Herschel Space Observatory and Planck spacecraft, launched in 2009. Dr. Guiderdoni's encounter with Islam began during his national service as a physics teacher at a high school in Casablanca, Morocco. This experience sparked a deep interest in Islamic culture and philosophy, leading him to embrace Islam in 1987. He adopted the name Abd al-Haq, meaning servant of the truth, reflecting his commitment to seeking knowledge and understanding. Beyond his scientific endeavors, Dr. Guiderdoni has made significant contributions to Islamic theology and mysticism. He has authored over 60 papers exploring the intersection of science and religion, emphasizing the compatibility of Islamic teachings with scientific inquiry. His notable works include Science et Religion en Islam, 2012, and Perspectives islamiques sur la science, 2014. These publications delve into the philosophical and theological dimensions of science, advocating for a balanced approach that integrates reason and faith. Dr. Guiderdoni has been an active proponent of interfaith dialogue, particularly between the Abrahamic faiths. He served as the director of the Islamic Institute for Advanced Studies, Institut des Hautes Études Islamiques, in France, where he organized numerous conferences and discussions aimed at fostering mutual understanding and respect among different religious communities. From 1993 to 1999, Dr. Guiderdoni hosted a television program titled Knowing Islam, Connaître l'Islam, on France's state television channel. The program aimed to educate the public about Islamic principles, practices, and contributions to civilization, thereby bridging gaps in understanding and dispelling misconceptions about Islam. In his writings and lectures, Dr. Guiderdoni has addressed the relationship between science and religion, drawing from Islamic philosophy and mysticism. He emphasizes the importance of contemplation and reflection in understanding the natural world, viewing scientific exploration as a means to appreciate the Creator's design. He cautions against the arrogance of reducing the universe to mere material explanations, advocating for a perspective that recognizes the limits of human reason and the necessity of spiritual insight. Dr. Guiderdoni's unique integration of astrophysics and Islamic thought has inspired a new generation of scholars and thinkers. His work challenges the dichotomy often perceived between science and religion, proposing instead a complementary relationship that enriches both fields. Through his research, writings, and public engagements, he continues to contribute to a deeper understanding of the cosmos and our place within it, grounded in both scientific inquiry and spiritual wisdom. Dr. Daniel Abdurrahman McBride, D.C., is a distinguished American neuroscientist and chiropractor whose profound journey from Catholicism to Islam exemplifies the transformative power of faith and the pursuit of truth. His story is a testament to the harmonious relationship between science and spirituality, and how an open heart and mind can lead to a deeper understanding of the Creator. Born and raised in a devout Catholic family, Dr. McBride was immersed in religious teachings from a young age. Despite this, he harbored deep questions about the nature of God and the practices of worship. His academic journey led him to specialize in neuroscience and chiropractic care, fields that delve into the intricate workings of the human body and mind. His expertise in functional neurology provided him with a unique perspective on the complexities of human behavior and cognition. Dr. McBride's quest for spiritual clarity intensified as he grappled with theological questions that remained unanswered within the confines of his upbringing. He questioned the concept of the Trinity and the nature of divine worship, seeking a more direct and unambiguous connection with the Creator. His curiosity was piqued when he read the autobiography of Malcolm X, which illuminated the transformative power of Islam. This inspired him to explore the teachings of Islam further, leading him to study the Quran and the life of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. In 1995, Dr. McBride encountered a translation of the Quran, and what he discovered profoundly impacted him. As a neuroscientist, he was particularly struck by Surah Al-Alaq, verse 15 and 16, which references the forelock in the context of human behavior. Modern neuroscience has identified the prefrontal cortex, located at the front of the brain, as the center for decision-making and moral judgment. The Quran's mention of the forelock in this context, centuries before such scientific knowledge was established, led Dr. McBride to ponder, how did Prophet Muhammad know this? This realization was pivotal. Dr. McBride recognized that the Quran contained knowledge that was not accessible through human means at the time, affirming his belief in its divine origin. Convinced of the Quran's authenticity and the clarity of its monotheistic message, Dr. McBride embraced Islam, adopting the name Abdurrahman. He found in Islam a straightforward and coherent framework for understanding the Creator and one's purpose in life. The teachings of Islam provided him with a clear path for worship and ethical conduct, aligning with his scientific mindset that values precision and clarity. Since his conversion, Dr. McBride has integrated his Islamic faith into his professional and personal life. As a chiropractor, he emphasizes holistic health, recognizing the interconnectedness of the physical, mental, and spiritual aspects of well-being. He has authored several works, including Who's Right, Who's Wrong, and Why, which explores the commonalities and distinctions among the Abrahamic faiths, aiming to foster understanding and dialogue. Dr. McBride's journey underscores the importance of seeking knowledge and remaining open to new perspectives. His story serves as an inspiration to those who may be on their own spiritual quests, demonstrating that the pursuit of truth can lead to profound personal transformation. In the heart of Japan, a country often described as one of the most technologically advanced and culturally rich nations on Earth, the story of a professor named Atsushi Kamal Okuda has captured attention far beyond academic circles. His journey from an accomplished Japanese scholar of political systems to a devoted Muslim highlights the profound and transformative power of the Quran, even through a single verse. Born and raised in Japan, Professor Okuda dedicated much of his early life to academia. As a student and later a lecturer at Keio University, one of Japan's most prestigious institutions, he became recognized for his research in political systems and his efforts to strengthen intercultural dialogue between Japan and the wider world. Yet, despite his academic success, he later described his inner world as spiritually empty. In his own reflections, he admitted that before Islam, his life felt barbaric, a pursuit of knowledge without deeper purpose. It was a confession that revealed the contrast between his intellectual achievements and his unfulfilled spiritual longing. The turning point came in an unexpected way. During his 6th year of university while conducting research, Professor Okuda encountered a verse from the Quran, Surah Al-Hijr, verse 26. And indeed, we created man from sounding clay of altered black smooth mud. This verse struck him with profound force. To him, it was not just a poetic or symbolic statement. It carried a resonance of truth that felt undeniable. In later interviews, he explained that this single verse awakened in him a realization about the origins of humanity, the nature of creation, and the coherence between divine revelation and human existence. That moment would mark the beginning of his journey to Islam. For Professor Okuda, accepting Islam was not a sudden emotional reaction, but the result of deep reflection. The Quran's message combined rationality, clarity, and spirituality in a way that appealed both to his academic mind and his searching heart. He described his conversion as the greatest gift from Allah in my life. With this, he chose the name Kamal, symbolizing perfection and completion, as part of his new identity as a Muslim. After embracing Islam, Professor Okuda sought to deepen his understanding. He left Japan for Aleppo, Syria, where he immersed himself in the study of Arabic and Islamic law. For him, Arabic was not merely a language of communication, but the essential key to unlocking the full depth of the Quran. In Syria, he lived among Muslim scholars, absorbing Islamic teachings in their original linguistic and cultural context. This experience shaped him not only as a believer, but also as an academic who could bridge worlds, Japan and the Middle East, secular scholarship and spiritual wisdom. Returning to academia, Professor Okuda directed his efforts toward creating a better understanding of Islam within Japanese society. He argued passionately that learning Arabic was essential for Japanese people who wished to engage meaningfully with Islam and the Quran. In his essays, he even suggested that Arabic language education could play a vital role in enriching Japanese society, offering spiritual depth and cross-cultural insight. Beyond language, he has worked tirelessly to foster cultural and academic exchanges between Japan and the Muslim world. His work demonstrates that Islam is not foreign to Japan, but can coexist harmoniously with Japanese values of discipline, respect, and pursuit of knowledge. Japan's Muslim population remains small, around 200,000 by 2025, including both immigrants and Japanese converts. Yet, the country is witnessing a gradual rise in conversions, particularly among intellectuals, students, and professionals who find in Islam both rational clarity and moral guidance. Professor Okuda's story, therefore, is not an isolated case, but part of a wider phenomenon. As more Japanese seek spiritual alternatives beyond material success, Islam presents itself as a faith that answers both intellectual inquiry and existential longing. Today, Professor Okuda continues his academic work, his lectures often blending political science with reflections on faith, identity, and ethics. His life embodies the possibility of harmonizing rigorous scholarship with sincere spirituality. To his students and audiences, he offers more than theories. He offers lived proof that one verse, one moment of recognition, can change an entire life's trajectory. Professor Okuda's journey resonates far beyond Japan. It challenges the common misconception that Islam is confined to certain cultures or regions. His story affirms that Islam's universal message speaks directly to the human condition, whether in Tokyo, Damascus, or New York. It also illustrates how the Quran, revealed more than 1,400 years ago, continues to inspire intellectuals in the modern age. For many, like Okuda, it is not a book of blind faith, but a scripture that invites reflection, reasoning, and spiritual awakening. In an era defined by rapid technological advancement, unprecedented scientific discoveries, and global interconnectedness, the search for meaning has become increasingly complex. Many individuals find themselves navigating vast amounts of information, yet yearning for answers that satisfy both the intellect and the heart. In this context, the enduring message of the Quran continues to resonate profoundly, bridging the realms of knowledge, reflection, and spiritual fulfillment. For centuries, Islam has been distinguished not only by its spiritual teachings, but also by its intellectual rigor. The Quran consistently encourages contemplation, inquiry, and the pursuit of knowledge. Verses such as, "Indeed, in the creation of the heavens and the earth, and the alternation of the night and the day, there are signs for those of understanding." Quran Surah Al-Imran, verse 190. Underscore that faith and reason are not adversaries but complementary. This emphasis has historically inspired Muslim scholars to advance fields such as mathematics, astronomy, medicine, and philosophy, demonstrating that belief can fuel intellectual achievement rather than restrict it. While the Quran engages the intellect, it simultaneously nurtures the heart. It provides guidance on ethical conduct, personal accountability, and compassionate living. In a world often marked by moral ambiguity, the Quran offers clear principles that cultivate inner peace, social responsibility, and a sense of purpose. The transformative journeys of scientists and intellectuals embracing Islam reveal that the faith's appeal lies not only in its alignment with reason, but also in its ability to fulfill spiritual needs. Many describe experiencing a profound sense of harmony, a balance between the rational and the emotional, that their previous frameworks of understanding could not provide. The stories of those drawn to Islam highlight an essential truth. Knowledge, reflection, and faith are not mutually exclusive. They reinforce one another. By studying the natural world, contemplating the Quranic signs in creation, and engaging in self-reflection, believers integrate intellectual insight with spiritual awareness. This holistic approach contrasts with narrow perceptions that position religion in opposition to science or philosophy. Instead, Islam encourages individuals to explore the universe, ask meaningful questions, and seek ethical answers, all while maintaining a deep connection to the Creator. The enduring appeal of Islam is evident worldwide. From Europe to North America, from Asia to Africa, individuals are drawn to a faith that reconciles reason and spirituality. Conversion stories, academic studies, and interfaith dialogues increasingly demonstrate that Islam's message is timeless and universally relevant. In an age of rapid change, where technological marvels and scientific breakthroughs dominate headlines, the Quran continues to provide guidance, insight, and inspiration. Its emphasis on reflection, ethical living, and the pursuit of knowledge ensures that its relevance extends far beyond any historical context, reaching into the hearts and minds of contemporary society. As humanity progresses into an era of immense discovery and innovation, the message of the Quran remains profoundly relevant. Islam is not merely a belief system. It is a comprehensive framework that engages the intellect, nurtures the soul, and guides ethical action. The journeys of scientists, scholars, and seekers illustrate a timeless truth. Knowledge and faith, reason and spirituality, inquiry and devotion. These are not opposing forces but complementary pathways to understanding reality. By embracing this harmony, individuals can achieve a deeper comprehension of both the universe and their own purpose within it. In the end, the enduring appeal of Islam lies in its ability to satisfy both the heart and the mind, providing clarity, meaning, and guidance in a world that continues to evolve at an extraordinary pace. Thanks for watching until the end. I hope it was useful. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.